everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we are just going to be making me a small banana pudding because Pop's allergic to bananas. Let me straighten up this camera. He's allergic to bananas, so that's why I don't bake or cook or fix a lot of desserts and stuff with bananas, is because it's just me to eat it. But I've been wanting me a banana pudding. Okay, I'm going to start out first of all with 2.5 cups. I'm just going to put about 2 cups. Ruby, I'm working, come on. 2 cups of whole milk. 2 cups of whole milk, Ruby. Ruby she's my person that has to use her voice. She's my little dog that has to use her voice. The other 2 will be quiet until she eggs them on, until she eggs them on. Okay, I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup sour cream. I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of sour cream. I thought to myself, did I get ricotta cheese? That looked pretty thick. I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Let me get all that off my spoon, okay? Yeah. Then I'm going to put in 1 box, and this is a 5 ounce, 5.1 ounce box, and this is just vanilla. If you want to use banana flavored, I don't know, I like the banana flavored, but I feel like it's a little fake tasting. So since I'm using bananas in it, I do not want to use any banana flavored pudding. So that's just vanilla right there we just put in, and I'm going to whisk that up. I'm going to grab one thing that I see I didn't get. Hang on a minute. Okay, I'm going to put just a drop or so of vanilla. That's probably about a 1/2 teaspoon to give it just that extra little vanilla flavor. This pudding normally takes about 5 minutes to set up. Good and whisked. Now I'm just going to put all my goodies here together and get them in the sink, and I'm not going to throw them away because I might need them for something else in a minute, but I'm going to give this about 5 minutes to set up a little bit. Okay, look, that's set up to where it's hardly even moving. Didn't take a whole 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I just think it takes about 5 minutes to set up. Okay, I don't want to buy the cheaper ones. You can buy cheaper than Nella wafers, but I like the flavor of the old Nella wafers. So that's why I want to just, I just want to use, and this is not for anybody, but for me. Like I said, I don't use bananas a lot, but I do. I'm going to put these all over the bottom of my dish. I might just even move it over here so y'all can look right down in the bowl. Here we're back, and this might help a little bit, okay? But I just put a little layer of those in the bottom of the bowl. And then while I'm getting ready to start, I'm putting in a, let's see, this is 8 ounce tub of Cool Whip. Let's see. I'll just grab a spoon over here. You want to get every bit of that out of there. Every time I look at a Cool Whip container, I think about my mom. She used to save every Cool Whip or any. What's that? That's a piece of plastic. Oh my goodness. Put that in my bowl. She would always, I'm folding this into my pudding. She would always save every little container because when we were canning and freezing, that saved from having to buy things to put your corn in, your greens in, we always put our greens in the freezer. Every time I open any kind of tub like that, I think of my mama. I miss her at Christmas time so very bad. Oh, mercy. She was the best, you know, she was the best. Okay, let's see. Put just a few more in the bottom there. Then I'm going to spoon in some of my pudding mixture. And I love the pudding mixture more than I even like the bananas. I know I'm making a mess here. My mercy. Spread that out all over our vanilla wafers. Let me grab my little spatula here and clean that down off. If you hear my beeper going, that is my I'm doing laundry. I've got to I know that big old comforter is not ready and dry, but I'm gonna have to pop back over there and turn that dryer back on again. I seem like I have days where I wash every daggone thing in the house. Now, I'm just going to cut me some bananas. Put them all over it. I know y'all make banana pudding all the time. We'll use about one banana on that. Like I said, I don't want to make a huge one. But I do. And when you let this soak, those vanilla wafers just soak up that goodness. And I love the vanilla wafers. This makes a good dish for Christmas. I know there's a lot of people that make a banana pudding for Christmas. My brother-in-law that passed away, RJ always loved banana pudding. He and I were usually the banana pudding eaters. Now, I'm gonna put in some more of this, hang on a minute, pudding mixture. See if I can do a little bit better and not be so terrible about making a mess all over the bowl. Now, if I was making this to take somewhere, I've got a pretty glass crystal bowl that I'd be putting it in. But the only place it's going is in my belly, okay? Only place it's going. Let me get rid of this stuff just a minute. I don't think I'm gonna need that anymore. Now, let's cut another banana. I don't like my bananas to be ripe at all, In fact, these are a little bit more ripe than I normally use. I like them to be firm, almost to a green, not green, but just a little bit past the green state, you know? Oh, mercy. I remembered last night, oh my goodness, I forgot to make my banana pudding. So I need to make that pretty quickly before my bananas get too ripe, or it won't be made. Okay, now let's put some more nailers around on here. I like a lot of good pudding, you know, because I don't like it to be dry when I bite into it. Okay, now we're going to put some more pudding. We'll save a little bit of that for the top. I was trying to think, who could I call and say I've got banana pudding? Because it'd be hard for me to eat all this, you know? I'm going to share it with somebody. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to put a few more of the rest of this banana because I don't want to waste that. So I just used about maybe 3 bananas. That left me one. One was left over. But I'm going to put just a few of these around on there. And then get me a good spatula. Oh. Now, if you want to use the banana flavored pudding in it, now see, let me tell you something. When I make a homemade banana pudding, it's going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Where I make my own filling, that's the way we've always made it. But we don't need to do that because it's only me. Only me. Pop would eat this in a minute. Those tiny little seeds that are in the banana. Who would ever think there'd be little seeds in a banana, but there is. And I've offered to cut those seeds out. He's still so afraid, and I can't blame him that he'll get sick, that he just said, no, I don't want to take a chance. So I said, okay. Now, I'm just going to put a few of these around on the top for decoration. And then we'll take a little bit of the crumbs and sprinkle those around on there. My little puppy dogs like a little piece every now and then. So I might save them one each. Okay, just one more in that center. And that's it. Y'all got to see it right at the very top. These are my stack of washed things that I just got out of the dryer. My towels for the kitchen. Just clean that off a little bit. And look how pretty. Now we've got our little banana pudding made. And I've got to test some, you know. I know it's not had time to soak. We know that. Nanner pudding is what Daddy used to call it. Oh, nanner pudding. Lord, thank you for this. It looks awful good. Thank you, Father. Delicious. And my camera's crooked. It's been a day for having a crooked camera, right? Oh, lousy. This is delicious, young'uns. It's very simple to make. You don't have to bake. You don't have to do anything like that. So why not make you a banana pudding? Sorry. I hope y'all get a chance to make one. This is just so simple. I always thought, well, people don't want to know how I make just a simple, quick banana pudding. But you don't have to cook. You don't have to bake. Now, my other banana pudding that I'll do sometime or another, maybe in the summer when we're having a cookout or something like that, is homemade. I make the filling instead of using an instant. Now remember, in that instant box of pudding, there's no cooking in that. It's just an instant box of pudding, and it's a 5.1 ounce. And I used 2.5 cups. No, maybe it was 2 cups. I used 2 cups of milk, whole milk, and I used a half a cup of sour cream. So, and if you say, well, I don't like sour cream, well, leave it out. Just use 2.5 cups of whole milk and don't use the sour cream. So, I just want to thank y'all for watching. I want to tell you that I love you and I appreciate you so very much. Y'all are so good to me, and I don't take that for granted. I'm all the time saying, I don't know why in the world that they're so good to me. I just want you to know I love you. And I want you to know, if you don't listen to a word I say, I want you to know how much the good Lord loves you. More than you will ever know. He's right there with you. He's always by our side. He says, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you. Sometimes when we get lonely during these days, these winter days, and maybe you've had the holidays to come up and you don't have family or whatever. Let me tell you something. God said he sticketh closer than a brother. He's right there with us. And I want you to know he's right there with you. And I want you to know how very much he loves you. Well, I'm going to go and enjoy my little bowl of banana pudding. I'm going to put me some plastic wrap over the top, set it in the refrigerator, and see if I can stay out of it. That's probably what I'll have for supper. And you know, skip the food I've got in the refrigerator leftovers to eat. I'll just have some banana pudding. Well, listen, I'm going to go. I love y'all. Bye-bye.